A former daycare worker is headed to prison for sex with young boys who were the children of family friends. Good evening, everybody. Justin Harvill learns his sentence today after a plea agreement in which he admitted to sodomy and sexual abuse.
One of the 24-year-old's Newport man's victims was 7 years old at the time. Local 12's Joe Webb was the only reporter in court this morning, and he joins us now live from Newport with what the victim's family said about Harvill's sentence. Joe.
Well, Cammie, this case has been hanging around in Newport for a year and a half, and some of the allegations go back as far as 7 years. But it all wrapped up today when Justin Harvill left the courtroom here in Newport in handcuffs. Not before he spoke out in court, in open court, but he didn't say what the victims' families wanted to hear. There was a lot of tension in Judge Stine's courtroom this morning for Justin Harvill's sentencing. Victims' families on one side of the courtroom, Harvill's friends and family on the other. A few years ago, they might have sat together. Justin Harvill grew up around and was babysat by the women whose children he pled guilty to abusing. He was related to one of them. The youngest of the three victims was 7 years old. In front of the judge, Justin Harvill said since he's posted bond, he's become a new man.
Since I've been out, I got a job immediately, got married, bought a house. I just wanted the court just to see, what I've been doing to better myself.
At no point did Harvill say he was sorry. This infuriated Commonwealth's attorney Michelle Snodgrass, who reminded the judge that Harvill was the defendant, not a victim. Judge Stine stuck to the negotiated plea.
It's a total of 13 years of imprisonment, Mr. Harvill.
And lifetime registration as a sex offender. Harvill left the courtroom in handcuffs. The victims' families, who did not want to be identified, found little comfort in the sentence, but seemed relieved it was over.
I thought that he should have got more time than 13 years. I felt that 13 years wasn't long enough for what he did, but it wasn't up to me. It was up to my son, and he didn't want to face him in court, so I just went on and took the plea.
Nothing would ever make long enough, but I guess we got to start the healing process from somewhere.
I'm just happy he's off the streets and it's over.
During the interviews, the tension of the courtroom turned into drama in the hallway. Deputies quickly stepped into the middle of the name-calling.
Yeah, this is what we go through.
Now, the crimes he's convicted of and pled guilty to date back to March of 2007, lasted through February of 2010. Harvill had been free on bond since last May. He has no prior criminal record. Cammie?
All right, Joe Webb, thank you. And Justin Harvill worked for Head Start of Northern Kentucky at the time of his arrest. The prosecutor in the case says he was an assistant teacher, but there's no connection between his job and the crimes.